Are you doing your homework?
Yup.
Guys, we are here inside Jack's room again, which means we're going to do some drills that are focused on indoor stuff. In case it's raining or it's cold, it's still April, so we still have a lot of bad weather that we have to deal with. I have my trusty McDonald's lids, which we use for hitting. We're going to use those today. And we need something else that we haven't used yet, which is something like a squishy, soft ball. These ones are pretty good. These ones are really good too. These are these monster balls. This one here, a little harder. It's a what do you call it ball? A
mini stick.
A mini stick ball. But anything like that is soft and will give you a good bounce off the wall. Because we're going to use these balls on the wall. All right, what we got to do is we want to work on our stance and our catch and cradles. We do these in the gym with each other. We're just going to use the wall. So we're going to get a nice soft ball that bounces pretty good. We're going to get really low, like third base, first base, defensive low. Okay, nice and low. And we want to get those hands in front and do catch and cradles. Just off the wall. Get the cradle. Yeah. And do a few of those. Then grab your glove and do some. Very good. What we're on is working on our backhands and just the backhand. And this is very similar to what Coach John was showing with Marcus on his video. Where we're on one knee and we're just working on these balls. Bounce them. Try and do the one hand backhand. Do as many as you can. As we're doing these balls against the wall, guys, you can start doing one hops. If you want to try a few step backs that we do in the gym, it's a little harder. Let's keep on doing them. Start adding a few more things in. Maybe if you can throw the ball a little harder if you're allowed. Start doing your turn to making a throw. Pretend you're making a throw. Right? And start again. You can even do maybe the catch and underhand toss to second base if you're playing shortstop. See? There you go. You just keep on adding and adding and adding. Do as many different drills as you can and want. Get the ball hopping. Practice the throwing. All the mechanics that you have. If you have a partner, a brother, a sister, a mom, a dad, an aunt, an uncle, a very highly trained dog, whatever you have, maybe they can help you with a few drills too. And this one here, we're just going to have the person from behind throw the ball against the wall, and ideally the kid catches it. If not, got him from the tee. That's 2 cuts. Wow. Don't forget catch and cradle. Awesome. And then we're going to change it up a little bit. You can have the player face you, and I'm going to say, turn. And turn. Move your feet. Get after those balls. Don't worry about things like chairs and desk corners. Turn. And the last one. If you don't have a partner who can throw the ball, you can still do that drill a little like this. And really get off that ball. However it comes back at you. Try and throw it straight. Almost like an underhand, back end, underhand, and keep on going. Until you get dizzy. Alright, so we want to practice fly balls inside as well. It's really kind of hard, so we're just going to lie on the ground and just toss the ball back and forth, up, and then catch it. Now if you're finding this really easy, because it kind of is, you can try being a little adventurous and see if you can bounce the ball off the wall and catch it. There you go. It's tough. It's tough. Do one more. Oh, tough one. Tough one. That was almost a robbery. Try one more. Try one more. There we go. Now pass the ball to me. If you have a partner, he can just do this. It's a little tough because he's not supposed to be, he wants to keep his eyes up and wait till he sees the ball and catch it a little late. See, it's a little tough. It's almost like the wall, but not quite the same. There you go. If you have 2 people, maybe you can do back and forth, but it's pretty tough. One more. Here we go. All right. All right, our last drill that we're going to do, I think, today is this one that kind of mimics our robberies drill that we do in the gym. You know, sometimes we like to have fun and do a big dive at the mat to steal that home run. This is one Jack came up with. So Jack, why don't you tell us what it is?
I call it the Ken Griffey Jr.'s, inspired by the kid himself. So you can throw it against the wall or you can kind of just lob it up. And then I'm going to dive onto my bed and try to make a diving catch. Sometimes
home run.
Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's a home run.
Oh! So be very careful with this one. Maybe put a few more pillows up than what Jack has done. And this is one of those ones where you can pretend you're in the bottom of the ninth. Game is tied. Runner on third, 2 outs. The pitcher just gives up a meatball. It's going to the back of the fence. And there you go. That's enough of indoor fielding drills that we're going to do today.
Dad, you forgot about the homework drill.
What's the homework drill?
See, when you come home from school and you really don't want to do your homework, you sit here with the computer on and you swivel like this.
Oh. And when your parents ask you if you're doing your homework?
Yep.
There you go. That's the homework. Before we get into our questions about this video, we're going to answer our questions from our last video, which was our bullpen practice outside. The first question was, what 2 body parts can we use when we're making our strike zone on the wall?
Knee and waist.
Knee and waist was the answer. Second question was, what was in our way when we were doing our bullpen session set up in the backyard? The pool is correct. What else did we measure other than the 50 feet for the bullpen pitching mound?
Social distance.
That's right. We showed 6 feet social distancing. I also asked, how many times a week do I want you guys to do your bullpen session and report it? Minimum 1 time, no more than 3. Okay? And some of you have done a great job already this week. Keep it up. And finally, instead of shaking hands, what can we do to kind of say good job? We can shake feet.
Shake feet.
There you go. All right, guys, we'll come back with our questions from this video, but first, a word from our sponsor.
Ever wonder where you can get used to your own for a good price? Want to know more? Here at Charlie's Used Deodorant, we have the world's best selection of used deodorant at the lowest price. Guaranteed. Oh yeah. So come on down to Charlie's Used Deodorant and mini.
Special thanks to our new sponsor of our indoor training videos. All right, so we're only going to have 3 questions today because we're thinking we're going to do a second video of indoor fielding, so we'll add 3 questions for that. So technically you're going to get 6 skill testing questions. Our first question, what's Ken Griffey Jr.'s nickname? Our second question, what famous basketball player is always watching Jack do his homework? And third, and not least, who's our new sponsor? All right, guys, until next week or until our next video, I hope you do some of these things. I will keep on seeing those bullpens coming in through the web, and we will check you later.